As a small business owner, you know how hard it can be to get the funding that you need to expand and grow your business. Traditional lenders often require high interest rates and long waiting periods for approval, making it difficult for entrepreneurs to access the capital that they need. You don't have the time or money to waste on lengthy applications and expensive loans that can put your business in jeopardy. You want an affordable solution that will help you take advantage of new opportunities quickly without putting too much strain on your finances. Fortunately, there is now a way for small business owners like yourself to unlock up to $250,000 in business funding at 0% interest. In this video, I will be providing you with all the information that you need to know about my partners at Fund and Grow to maximize your funding. If you'd like to use this service, you can save $500 using the link below. What's up, winners? My name is Nam. If you're new here, welcome. Here we talk all things credit. Start out by subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So this is a service that I'm currently using myself so I can give you first-hand knowledge of how it works. So let's get into it. So in a nutshell, they specialize in providing small business owners and entrepreneurs with a done-for-you business credit account. They take care of all the groundwork so you don't have to lift a finger, and you can simply benefit from 0% business cards that don't appear on your own personal credit report. Meaning that if you are carrying any debt when you're doing a flip or buying equipment for your business, this debt will not count against your personal credit score. This is the problem that a lot of entrepreneurs run into, is by putting business expenses on personal credit cards, which in turn will affect their personal credit score, making it more difficult for them to get more lines of credit. Fund and Grow will also help you set up an entity if you don't have one already, meaning that if you're just a startup or haven't been in business, they have a legal team to help you set up with LLC if you need one. This company offers a program style service. They will provide you services for 12 months and will do 3 rounds of funding. You can get up to $250,000 within the first 2 weeks, and in addition, you can bring on a spouse or a business partner as a part of your membership, effectively allowing for funding for 2 people for the cost of 1. So as a customer myself, now we'll break down how does the process actually work. Since I don't want to share with you guys a service that I wouldn't try myself, it is hard to value the service without knowing everything that goes on with it firsthand. So for instance, if you were to sign up today using the link below, once you plug in all of the information and upload your documentation, such as your credit reports, you should get a call from someone from your team within 5 to 7 days later. This is where they would onboard you and let you know how strong you are as a client. They will break down all of your accounts, negatives if you have any, debts, and other parts of your credit profile. It may consider credit repair if they think it would result in better results. So in my own specific situation, I did have quite a few hard inquiries. I just haven't had the chance to actually remove them, nor did I really care for them that much, but they did ask that it would be much better for my applications if I were to get them removed. So they offered me the discounted rate to get credit repair from one of their partners. So I agreed, and we also discussed expectations and if there were any upcoming applications, such as a home or an auto loan. Because if you are thinking about getting large life financing, such as those, then it's probably best to put a pause on business funding so you can secure those first. They also stated that if you are in the process of buying a home, just make sure that you ask the lender if they care whether or not if you have hard inquiries before you close. Because some mortgage lenders will pull your credit when you apply and right before when you close. So just double check that they are okay with it. So once the call was over, they did set me up with one of the credit repair partners. So I went ahead and just started the credit repair process. In the meantime, I did receive emails from an account manager, which will be the person that will be dealing with directly moving forward. So once the credit repair process has been completed, then I would just reach out to the account manager to start the funding process. Now, since I am currently going through this service, I'll keep you posted throughout the year to see how much funding that I've gotten. So just make sure that you subscribe and follow that journey. Now, let's talk about how much work on your end that you would have to do once you become a client. So as any savvy entrepreneur or small business owner knows, your time is very valuable. So this was something that was very important to me because I didn't want to pay for a service that requires a large time commitment on my end since I'm hiring somebody to do this for me. So the biggest thing that you really have to do on your end is to make sure that you fill out your application and upload all of the documents that are required of you. And if you're in the process of credit repair, then you gotta make sure that you upload or send all of the documents to them and ping them every time you hear a response from the credit bureau. And that's pretty much it. Once your credit profile is ready for applications, the account manager will let you know, and then they will start deploying applications in the right sequence. They will also let you know if you need to make any paydowns on any of your credit cards. Because if you have high debts on those cards, this can be very limiting to the amount of business credit that you can get. They also have partners that can give you a loan to pay down those credit cards. And once you get approved for those 0% interest APR credit cards, then you can use those credit cards to pay down those loans at 0%. So that's pretty much an advance on your credit. Now, why would you want to keep your personal and business credit separate? Business credit cards typically do not affect your personal credit score. I want to first start off by saying that when you do apply for business credit cards, you will still take a little bit of a hit on your own personal credit score. Since banks do take a look at your own personal credit report to see if you do qualify for the card, because business credit cards are still personally guaranteed by you. Aside from this issue, your business line of credit will be completely different from your own personal line of credit. In other words, if you have a high balance on your business credit cards, this will not affect the utilization on your personal credit. So this does not affect your own personal credit score. The majority of business credit cards do not actively report or affect your own personal credit. But there are a few business credit cards out there that will. So two of the banks that I know for sure that reports to the credit bureaus and affects your own personal credit will be Capital One and Discover. The majority of banks out there, such as Chase, American Express, and Bank of America, will only affect your own personal credit if the account is in bad standing. In other words, if you stop making payments, this will hurt your own personal credit score. Another bonus is that after getting a business credit card is that most banks won't see this account on your own personal credit report. A question that you may be having in your head is like, okay, once I get these business credit cards with 0% APR, which only lasts anywhere between 12 to 18 months, once this time frame is over, what should I do with these balances that I have on these credit cards? Now, once that 0% APR expires, then we'll just go back to a normal variable interest rate. Now, depending on your credit score and when you watch this video, interest rates can be a little bit higher or lower, so it just really depends on a bunch of other credit factors. With business credit cards, you usually can get more than one, and you can have multiple business credit cards with multiple businesses. Since Fund and Grow goes through 3 rounds of funding, you can always do a balance transfer from the credit cards that you got earlier on to the ones that you got later in the program. This way, you can maintain that 0% APR for much longer. Another possible workaround is that if that bank has 2 different business credit cards. Say for instance Chase, it has the Chase Ink Cash and the Ink Unlimited. You can combine both of those cards so you can have a high credit card limit plus the intro offer of the new card. At the end of the day, you are still the business owner and you still have to make smart decisions on whatever money that you are spending. So let's just say that you get $100,000 in business credit. Spend that money as you would if you had that money sitting in your bank account. You still gotta make smart moves. Don't just go spending money just to spend money, but actually make wise decisions, hoping that your investments give you a return. So having an extra 12 to 18 months of credit can do a lot for your business. I have seen people 10x return in under a year. So making the right moves for your business by leveraging credit can get you there. All right, so all of this information sounds fine and dandy, but what can you actually use the 0% interest business credit cards for? Like, what businesses do these actually apply to? Now, this can apply to pretty much all businesses. It applies to people who own offices and professionals such as lawyers, doctors, and truck drivers. This also applies to e-commerce people who have Amazon stores or internet marketers. And it also applies to people who are real estate investors, people who are in short-term rentals, and flippers. So pretty much anyone can use a business credit card. So for example, let's just say that you're a real estate investor and you need $80,000. So rather than being a hard money lender, you can be a cash buyer using business credit cards. You can use a third-party service like Plastique to pay any business or vendor. So far, you probably are thinking that this is a pretty awesome service, but how much is this actually gonna cost you exactly? Now, normally with their program, it costs us roughly around $4,000 for 12 months. So if you were to use the link down in the description, you'll get $500 off. So it comes out to about $3,500. They do have some other payment options that you can take if you don't want to pay the full amount up front. They have an option where you pay half of it up front and the other half 30 days later, or you could pay it in thirds, a partial payment up front, and then 30 and a 60-day payment later. So with both the payment plans, it will end up costing you more, but you will still get $500 off if you use the link down below. They do have a last option that people can take, which is a percentage of the total credit limit that you can get. So this will cost you 9% of the total credit limit. So let's just say that it gets you $100,000 of a credit line amongst all of your credit cards. This will end up costing you $9,000. Of course, this is a more costly option, but it does not require you to pay anything up front. So for people who qualify for this type of payment plan, usually these are people who have excellent credit and may not have the funds to pay the fee right now. So whatever way you decide to pay, they do have a money back guarantee within 60 days. Meaning that if you don't like the service that they are providing you within that time frame, go ahead, reach out, and get your money back. So in reality, it is very low risk for you to give it a try. Now, I get that $3,500 is still a lot of money, But if you were to think about it as a percentage of $250,000, it's only 1.4%. Would you pay $3,500 to get $250,000? I know I would. Plus, I know that if I were to use that money correctly, I can make the money back in no time. So look at it as a cost of doing business. Plus, that $3,500 is tax deductible. Now, why would you want to go with Fund and Grow rather than just going out and applying for your own business credit cards? I get that it's not rocket science to apply for credit cards. I have plenty of them on my own, and I had never paid for a service to do so. So that's not to say that you just can't go out and create credit cards on your own, because anyone can do that. But what sets them apart from you doing it yourself is that they built relationships with these lenders and they know what goes into a credit card application to get you the most money possible. Fund and Grow is a reputable company that has been around for years, and they do over 1,500 applications per month. So for a company that applies for so many credit cards any given month, they have way more experience than a normal person. Even for me, I apply for credit cards every 4 to 5 months at the most, so give or take, that's like 3 credit cards. If you were to apply that across 10 years, that's like 30 applications. So for them, 30 applications is just scratching the surface. They have way more data points than 99% of the people out there. Another thing that comes in handy with the service is the negotiation. Let's just say that you get denied for a business credit card where your credit limit is lower than what you expect. Rather than just accepting for what it is, they will negotiate on your behalf. Even if you have the know-how to negotiate reconsiderations or limits, why not spend that time doing something more productive for your business? Since they work with so many clients, they have a very good picture of what you qualify for, how much the bank can and approve you before applying, and they have a certain level of confidence of what you can get. If you were to do this yourself, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the dark and hoping for the best. As a business owner, you gotta think like a business owner. Yes, you could probably do everything that you need for your business, but doesn't it help to hire more staff to offload some of that tasks to other people? That's what the most successful business owners do. So think about it as you are hiring an agency to take care of the funding situation that you need for your business. That's all it is. So in closing, Fund and Grow is a great way to get business funding and grow your business. The process is simple and easy to follow. You barely have to do any work on your end, and the 0% APR period is very generous. You can use business credit cards for anything related to your business, including travel expenses, office supplies, marketing campaigns, and more. The program cost is reasonable and well worth it given the results that you will achieve. If you're seeking business funding, let me know in the comments. If you want to hang out with me some more and learn more about business credit, check out these videos over here.